everyone, this is Jessica with Miley Made Me Do It, and if you have not subscribed yet, click subscribe, okay? Go ahead and do that. I got time today. And if you have not clicked your notification bell, you click that, then you will be the first to know when I upload a video. So this is pretty awesome, and like this video also. I need all of that. I need you to do all of that for me. Okay, so I'm here with another little lizard king. Little lizard king. Hey, little lizard king. Okay, so this right here is by far one of the simplest patterns that they have. Do you hear me? Like, this is beginner friendly slash, I don't know what else I'm about to say, but this is like lit, all right? So this is the Little Lizard King Amsterdam, okay? So you can make this in a top, a dress, or a maxi. They even have like the patchwork. I'm not gonna do all that. That's just too much. I'm not putting all them things. I'm not trying to make a quilt. So, but I am going to do the top today. So let me tell you what I have. Okay, so what I have the bodice. I have the mane and the lining. I have the back bodice, mane and lining, the skirt part of it, and my ties here. Okay, so I've already constructed my ties. What I did here, I just got my fold my fabric fold the one end of my fabric in, and then I match the raw ends, the raw side seams to the center, just like that, okay? And then I press. I like to use starch. This is why this thing is like real nice. So let's get started. Okay, now I have my ties. I have my ties already done. So now what I'm gonna do is take both of your ties, and we're gonna cut off before we start like constructing our bodice. We're gonna cut off 1 3/4 inch of it, okay? I'm gonna do that on both of them. Alrighty, so let's cut that off. This right here is going to be one of them. You can, you know, toss the other one if you need to, but one of them is going to be for the back, okay? Is where that little loop is going. Your ties are gonna go. Alright, so now grab your bodice. Alright, I have my bodice, and I'm going to take my ties with the raw side up, and I'm going to place them here, both of them. Alright, just like that. You can baste it or just pin, whatever is up to you. If you feel like you're going to mess up, baste that thing. If you don't, then let's just go with the flow, right? Okay, so grab your pins. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pin my strap piece here. All right. In the center. All right, just like that, okay? So I got that pin right there. Now, like I said, if you wanted to baste it, you can. Now grab your lining piece, and we're going to put this on top, right sides together. All right. And I'm going to pin along this curved edge here, the straps, neckline straps, and on the other curve, okay? Let's do that. Okay, so now let's take this to our sewing machine, and we're gonna do a 1/2 inch seam allowance, all right? And I'll be back. Okay, so your front bodice should look just like this, okay? Do not top stitch yet. We're gonna wait on that. So put this to the side and grab your back, both mane and lining, okay? Now I suggest maybe if you would like to, if you wanna cut this maybe a little longer, let's just say maybe like 2.5 inches, okay? So I feel like I should have cut this a little bit longer, but what you're gonna do is, I am going to take my little piece here, and I'm going to place it just like this. All right, with the little, you see, all right, we'll fold it together just like this, and then I'll place it here, all right, on the top of my back bodice. Now, and then you can go ahead and baste it, okay? This right here is a little hard, it won't stay, but you can baste this, all right? And then what my next thing is I'm going to do, I'm going to pin that right quick. to pin it on there a little bit, just like that, okay? And then we're going to take our our lining bodice, and we're going to put it on top just like this. And we're going to sew all along here, okay? Along this top edge, leaving these sides open. So let's pin this together. And we're going to be using a 1/2 inch seam allowance, okay? Alright, so let's go take this and sew it, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've trimmed off my raw ends on both my main and on both my back bodice and my front bodice, okay? And I'm just going to pull it out just like that, okay? And I'm going to take this to my iron, and then I will press it, okay? So you take this to the iron and press it to get a nice press, okay? Alright, so I just press it with my fingers. Alright, so now let's bring in our main bodice, okay? Alright, I'm going to put it right side up. And what we're going to do is I'm going to open my back bodice and my main bodice here. And I am going to put them right sides together, just like this, okay? And I'm going to pin on both sides, and I'll sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance. You will also need to press open your seams, okay? So let's go and do a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have already went ahead and top stitched my bodice. All right, so what you're gonna do next is we're gonna make our casing for our elastic, okay? I like to work on the lining side, the inside, because you know sometimes these little markers don't wash away, so I don't trust it, okay? The pattern tells us to measure up 3/4 inch from the bottom, okay? So it looks like about that. Okay, and then from that bottom line we're going to measure up 1 inch. All right, so just like that. All right, so take this to your machine, and we're going to stitch. We're going to do a stitch here on both of those lines here, okay? Make sure you back stitch, okay? And then we're going to insert our. Okay, so grab your elastic, and the tutorial gives you the measurements of elastic that you need, okay? And what we're going to do, we're going to take the elastic here, and we're going to put it inside of that casing, okay? Let's wiggle it on in there. All right. All right, so when we get our elastic close to the end here, before it, like, don't let it go in there, okay? So we're gonna get our elastic, right? And we're gonna take this to our machine, and we're going to sew here, like a little ditch stitch, okay? And then I'm also going to feed it through, all the way through here, and then I will cut it off with another stitch, okay? And I'm gonna do that, and I'll be back. And okay, our elastic is sewn just like that, okay? So we're gonna put this to the side, and we're going to work on our skirt piece here. So grab your skirt pieces, and we're gonna put these right sides together, okay? Matching the short end. I'm going to pin and sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance. I will serge my raw ends, and I'm also going to hem the bottom. So let's sew. Okay, so I have my skirt already hemmed and gathered. All right, so I'm going to bring in my bodice here, and I'm going to put these right sides together. Now, all right, put this to the side real quick. Now, okay, normally you have a side seam for your bodice, but this time you don't. But the best thing about this pattern here is that it just lays flat like it's supposed to. So this will be your side seams here, okay? Or if you hadn't, you know, if you still didn't know, if you wanted to like crease the front of your bodice here and then match this back bodice piece right down the center, that works also, okay? But for me here, it's just already just automatically just falls into place, okay? So turn this so it's right side out. I'm got my skirt piece here, and I'm going to put these right sides together, okay? And I'm going to match up my side seams here. And if you don't know what that is, just go ahead and mark them, okay? So then you won't lose it. All right, match that up here. And then I'm just going to pin and sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance all the way around my bodice here. Okay, so when we get to this back bodice here, let me make sure. What I like to do, hold on. First, we're just going to get the flat parts done, okay? We're gonna pin those here. All right, and then we're just gonna like kind of flatten this ruffle out a little bit, you know, but to make it fit. So you can just, you see how I'm just flattening it out a little bit, okay? If you need to just adjust your ruffles, adjust your gathers, you can. All right, so I have it pinned. Now I'm going to take this to my machine and I'm going to do sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance to attach. And I will also serge off my raw ends. And just like that, we are done. Look how cute this is. I told y'all this right here was a quick pattern. Like, you can whip up a whole bunch of these things. These are super cute. So like I said, this is the Little Lizard King Amsterdam pattern. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell for new uploads that I do, and like this video. So go ahead and make you 100 of these, because I think I am, not 100, but you know, gotta get this right here a little bit. So thanks for watching. See ya.